Sorry, I ain't trying to mishandle you. Phone has to be on silent. What's going on, y'all? My name is Vannesia Darby, and I'm a marketing consultant, and I am finally back and prepared after you saw some of those misfires that happened at the beginning of the video. But today I want to talk to you about something. It's going to be more of like a little pep talk than it is going to be a ABC 1, 2, 3. And it's something that as creative people, but also just as people in general, when we talk about productivity and self-improvement and self-development, we sometimes overlook one thing, and it's something that I've taught my students, that I teach my mentees, I've taught my interns, and that I typically teach in every workshop that I present, and it's the power of consistency. Sometimes it just takes all of our strength just to start. There's a lot of things on the internet that talk about how to start a business, how to start a podcast, how to start an online boutique, how to start on Instagram, how to start these different things, but we don't always talk about how to sustain, how to grow, and ultimately how to even finish. So if you're someone that's stuck in starting right now, I want to let you know that starting is just one of the many things that you're going to have to consistently overcome. And the sooner that you can dig into what is preventing you from starting, the sooner you'll tap into what will prevent you from being consistent. Sometimes fear is something that really prevents us from starting, or even lack of knowledge. Maybe you don't know how to do something. A lot of us don't know what we're doing, in the sense that we don't have any prior knowledge or any formal training. Yes, I studied management in my schooling, but managing and being an entrepreneur are two way different things. So when I was getting both my degrees in management, I learned about things like human resources and managerial practices and motivational theories, and those things are great, but baby, that doesn't matter when you got to pay taxes. So if I let lack of knowledge or fear stop me, then I wouldn't have been able to, knees trembling and all, go where God told me to go and to create the things that He allowed me to create. And so when you are able to say, hey, I'm going to make up in my mind that I'm going to do this thing, you also have the same moxie and tenacity to continue and maintain your consistency. Denzel Washington has this quote that I love, and he says, without commitment, you'll never start. But without consistency, you'll never finish. And sometimes when we're starting things, we don't think of the end game. We don't think of how what we're doing in our entry-level roles is going to add later on. And I get it. My very first boss in the industry would tell me, babe, when you own your own company, and I would look at her like, girl, ain't nobody finna own their own company. And it was literally 2 to 3 years later that I started my business. Now, this doesn't always have to be about starting a business or starting an agency or starting a creative work. It could literally be maybe you're starting a new job or a new family. But make up in your mind that you're going to be consistent. And as long as you have that drive and that consistency in you, can't nobody take that from you. And so whether it's starting something new or continuing on in what you're doing right now, I hope that you are empowered and encouraged to keep going. And if you do end up saying, hey, this is where the road stops, then at least you can be proud of the work that you have put in and know that it's building you into your next job or your next work that you're going to step into. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. Remember, y'all, it's not about starting. It's not even about being the best. I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll talk about that later, but really challenge yourself to maintain consistency, whether it's in your morning routine, your nighttime routine, your prayer life, your job, whatever it is. Be consistent, and I promise you, you will start to see results that you have been dreaming of. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your week, and remember to always speak life. Peace.